Okay. So I want to make sure everybody hears me. Sorry, like you told me you couldn't hear me in the last one. Would you please just type for me if you can hear me so I can proceed? Does anybody hear me now? Okay, comments. Can you hear me? Just type for me, please, yes, because I had to cut it off and delete it. Can you hear me? If you say yes, just like type yes. Do you hear me? I can see one viewer, but I don't know if you can hear me. I see two viewers. Can you hear me? Do you hear me now? Yes or no? Okay. Okay. Can you hear me? Please. Let's do it here. As a comment. Yes, fantastic. Thank you so much for letting me know. I love you. Thank you. So we're back. I don't know what happened, but with technology, everything is expected to happen, right? But no matter what, we're going to have our podcast. Thank you so much for joining me. So today I wanted to talk, why do we back out from decisions? And backing out from decision means that, like, when I'm about to make a big decision, I kind of like say, I back out. Like I don't want to do it. I'm scared. I get really scared. So why is that? First, I want to let you know that there are two people. Thank you so much. Yay. Thank you for joining me. I can't see your names because when you sign in with your name, like I think when for StreamYard, if you are on my private group, you have to give it access to allow you to show your names. I'm not sure who's with me right now, but if you are on my Facebook page or the business one, then you can comment and I will see it. So thank you so much. So happy to have you around. So when we make decisions, we have to distinguish between two kinds of people. People who make really fast decisions and people who are really slow, very slow to make decisions. Why is that? People who make fast decisions, they are very clear on what they want. So when something happens on the way that's gonna lead to what they want, they would immediately say yes. They don't need to go back and ask someone else. When people are not clear on their goal, they would just like keep on asking people, other people, taking opinion for a day, for a week, asking everybody. And then they are very slow to take the decision. And once they take it, they can flip it in a second. This is a distinction between people who know what they want, are clear on their goals, successful people like Henry Ford was that type. And people who, like the majority of people, sadly to say that, are of type B. They are very slow. They want to ask everybody. They want to fit in, to belong to a tribe. They don't want to feel alone. So they keep on asking and doing what others are doing. No matter whom they are following, they are giving them, they have the results that they want, or the people, they are just following it because it's a habit, okay, of not using our mind. By the way, schools never taught us how to think. They taught us that, like, in order to get good grades, read, remember, repeat, read, remember, repeat, and then you know, and you get an A plus. That's not learning. That's nothing to do with learning. Learning is when you entertain a new idea or a new habit that's different from what you're used to do. And once you do it and apply it in your life, the results in your life will change. This is learning. This is real learning. We never were taught that in school, ever, ever. It's now a responsibility to know what will take us to success. Okay, it's our life, not their life anymore. So, and school, by the way, never taught us how to make money. They taught just like programmed us to have a job, get a pay stub, and read and just repeat the cycle, living in a hamster wheel. So that's being said. Now let's go back to decisions. Why people are scared to make decisions? If it's something that you have never done before, you must feel scared. Successful people are people who experience fear, but they do it anyways. Like, it doesn't stop them. It's a normal process. And because when you take a big decision in your life that's going to change the style of your living, you're going to change your habit, you're going to change your job, you're gonna leave your job and start your business, you wanna you wanna move to a new country. These are really big decisions. And when you are about, like, you want to do it, and you're about to do it, and you get emotionally involved with the idea, and you want to take it, I have the decision, I'm gonna do it. And then there is like a wall brick, you stumble against a wall of, like, that's your fear. We call it the terror barrier. So you stumble, you hit your terror barrier, which is telling you, no, 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 don't do that. You never know what's gonna happen. No, no, no. Who told you to do that? Don't, no. Are you crazy? Are you gonna leave a secure job? Are you gonna? No, you cannot. You're leaving your country. Like, this is the terror barrier, all built up throughout our lives. And then what people do, most of the people, thank you, most of the people would just like back out, and they will go back to their life, to what they used to do, because they got scared. And they just like, what's the price of doing this? The price of doing this, of not hitting through your terror barrier. So you say, like, yeah, I know it's scary, but I'm gonna go through it, I'm gonna do it anyways. And you break through it and you do it. What's the cost of not breaking through the terror barrier, of not making the decision that I'm gonna feel the fear and I'm gonna do it anyways? Well, you're gonna live the kind of life that you are not satisfied with. You're gonna yield into a relationship that's being abusive. You're gonna tolerate toxic relationships because you're scared to go through your terror barrier. Okay, so what does that cost you? Like, you have to understand what's costing you. It's costing you your life, it's costing you your dreams. Like, it's very sad to know how many people like go to the grave with their dreams buried with them. They never play their music, they never shared their gift with the world. They were scared of judgment, scared of uncertainty. No, successful people, they move into uncharted territory. Uncharted territories mean that they are gonna go to something they have never, they don't know what's gonna happen there. I don't know. They discover it along the way. That's what differentiates successful people who have big results in their lives from people who would go back and live in mediocrity. That's a huge difference. Okay, I'll relate with you something, like, so you understand, like, very, very easy. When you are baking a cake, or you're in the kitchen making, you have lots of people coming over and you are preparing a good meal whatsoever. In the middle of doing that, the kitchen looks like chaos. There is like lots of dishes, um, things spilled on the floor, something fell in the fridge. Like, it looks chaotic in the middle. Expect chaos to happen in the middle. But at the end, when the meal is prepared or the cake is baked, or like, it's, you're happy and everybody else is happy. So, like, in the middle, expect chaos. Doctors or surgeons, when they operate on patients, it looks like was a butchery taking place. Like, they killed someone in there. Like, there is blood everywhere, and the doctor's hand is full of blood whatsoever. But like, this is appear like failure in the middle, but it's not failure. At the end, they saved someone's life. At the end, somebody gave birth to a beautiful kid. At the end, somebody's life was rescued and he can walk or he can breathe again or whatsoever. So, in the middle of taking a decision for something you're not sure how you're going to do it, expect chaos in the middle. Expect it, like failure, like it looks like failure in the middle. That's okay. Persistence and keep on doing it and going through and learning on the way, like, will take you to where you want. Nobody ever did something big knew how they are gonna do it. Like, I love the quote from Steve Jobs. He said, like, you can never connect the dots looking forward, you always connect the dots looking backwards. And you must know that the dots will somehow connect, because we don't know if we're doing something new, we're not sure how we're gonna reach it. You just keep going. On the way you learn, on the way you develop your wings, right? I'm gonna check if there are any comments or questions for me. Oh, Marwa, hello. Are those okay? Are those kind of people risk takers? Yes, Marwa. So We were born risk takers. You and I and everybody was born as a risk taker. We never knew how to walk, but we persisted and we fell and we crawled, right? So we were born risk takers because of lots of limiting beliefs. And we were like, we learned from our parents, from our environment, from the teachers. Okay, they didn't mean to do that to us, but like they gave us what they knew. Everybody, like, in order just to release anybody from feeling guilty or being resentful against someone else, because these are very, very bad feelings, they will take you nowhere. Everybody is doing the best they can with the awareness, knowledge that they have. If they knew better, they would have done better. They didn't know better, so they did the best they can. So this is in order to not like blame someone else. Now it's yours, it's on your dish. So yeah, you take risk. If you are gonna do something which you already like right now, if you have a goal and you want to achieve it and it's going to change results in your life, you must be open-minded that you are going to not try harder, but try different ways. Trying harder was never the answer. If you are doing more of the way you have been doing it before, that's not the answer. Because if it was, you would have achieved it the way you want it right now. So I love Bryce Pritch is an amazing author, and he has a very nice book called U Squared. And in the beginning, he was telling the story of a fly. He was saying like, okay, I was in the lobby of a hotel in Toronto, and I saw a fly hitting against the glass. She was like, you know, when you have they always hit against the glass. Although the glass will never open and let her out, but she doesn't try new ways. She keeps on trying to hit against the glass, trying harder, harder, harder. At the end, it's gonna die, right? But like if she tilted like just like half a meter, the door is open, she could fly out of the door easily without struggling, without exerting all that effort, without trying harder. She's just like if she was open to a new way. So trying harder is not the way. So yes, risk takers, you and I were born risk takers. You have, if you want to create different and big results in your life, you have to take risks. And you have to expect to fail, and don't take it. Failure is a sign of progress. Because imagine now I know you're taking steps in your life, Marwan. I know that you are a risk taker. But imagine someone who has a similar dream to you. They won't tell you, oh, you're doing amazing, you're doing great. They're watching you. You're inspiring them. You just keep going and keep doing. Well, so if you try and you fail, or you're doing your best and you're learning new ways and you fail and you learn on the way, you're way better than someone who's just watching in silence and never taking a single step because they're scared to try something new or to move out of their comfort zone, which is a very dangerous zone, by the way. It's not comfortable. It's like a dead zone. And when you don't try something new, it's like, when people, when they die, it's static. There is nothing. Like the heart rate is on one line. But life means that the heartbeat's gonna up and gonna go down. Yeah. So definitely yes. I hope this answered your question, Marwa. Yep. So when you take a decision for something big that you want to achieve in your life, expect failure. It's a step. Take it as a redirection, as feedback that you have to try a different way, that this way is not really working. So never take yourself trying harder is never the answer. Okay? So yeah, perfectly. Thank you, Marwa. Yeah, thank you. So there we go. So if you have any question, please post it to me. I would definitely answer as soon as I see it. If you are in my private group, I cannot see your comments unless you give this StreamYard permission to allow you to comment on it. So I will see it and I will answer definitely as soon as I'm done. So when you be ready, when you make a big decision to make big changes in your life, if this big changes working the way you're working right now happened, you wouldn't need you wouldn't like be thinking about like why my decisions is not working. Be open-minded to new ways. Okay. And there is the Chinese straw. They have a Chinese straw like where they put their fingers, the kids place, it's the toy, they put the fingers in both ends and they try to pull it out, it doesn't come out. It's just like straw, it's made of paper, it's not like life risking or whatsoever. But the idea is, the harder they try to pull their fingers out, the more stuck they get. So if you have, well, what can you, this gives you a, like I want to ask you a question here. What habit are you doing and you're not changing, not being aware that you're doing that, which keeps you stuck? The harder you try, it's not taking you anywhere. So these are questions to ask yourself. Nobody can answer it for you. No one can. You only know, like you have to know yourself. You have to be willing to say, I am open to new ways. Trying harder is not always the answer. Taking a decision, it means I have a dream or a goal that I see. I don't need to ask everyone else what did they think. Like I can take feedback and respond to feedback. That's fantastic. There's nothing wrong with that. Of course, I love to ask for feedback so I can serve better, so I can perform better. Because, like, if you work just every day on yourself to be 1%, just 1% better than you were yesterday, by the end of the year, you will be like 365% better than when you were in the beginning of the year. How do you do that? That you work on yourself every single day. You take little baby steps every day towards your goal, and maybe you don't know all the way how you're gonna do it, but these little steps will open to you how you're gonna reach your end goal. Like along the way you will learn. These little baby steps will take you to Mount Everest. Okay, but you have to do every day something, whether small or big, towards your goal. Never give up and expect failure and expect redirection, just like it's feedback to do it better. To learn new ways, you need to develop new skills, you need to develop new habits. I was talking before about people when they say we don't have time. I did something like out of the mind. I am currently running a program, and my group, I told them, well, last week, I told them we're going to meet at 6 in the morning. And they were like, oh, 6, but my son's birthday is on that day. I said, I didn't say 6 in the evening. I said 6 a.m. And they were like, are you serious? I said, yes, I'm absolutely serious. Why was I doing that? Because I was challenging myself and challenging them to change habits, because they're complaining and saying like we don't have time. So when we had extra hours, 6 to 8, they had to start their day at 8. They didn't miss any hours. And we were talking scientifically that 2 hours a day getting up earlier give you 720 hours a year, which is equivalent in math to being awake one full month. 30 days like you're awake. So you added time to your life. So you can have time. You can find, there is always time. But what are you willing to leave or sacrifice in order to achieve your goal? And sacrifice, by the way, doesn't mean that you have to sacrifice your loved ones. They don't love you anymore, or any of that. Not at all. Not at all. Sacrifice meaning that I am living something of a lower nature to achieve something of a higher nature. And this is a misconception. We did not learn that. We're learning sacrifice is that I leave what I love for the sake of others. That's not true. That's not sacrifice. That's actually sabotaging yourself. Sacrificing something is like if I'm used to stay up late and watch movies a lot and wake up late, then I decide that no, I'm gonna sacrifice. I'm gonna leave watching TV all the time. I can just have an hour, that's enough. And I'm gonna go back bed early, like at 5 a.m. I'm gonna wake up. Yeah, I'm gonna do something uncomfortable. Yeah, get used to being uncomfortable, because if you want to have exponential results, you have to feel uncomfortable. Okay, so this is something new. So when I get up early, then I have extra time. I can do the work I want to do. Everybody is sleeping. I'm at peace. So yeah, it requires you to do that. So that's why decisions, when people take them, they back out because it feels it's like uncharted territories that, like I said, they feel like I'm not sure how it's going to happen, so they quit their dream. You're not supposed to know how it happens. You're supposed to take steps, and on the way you will learn. You will find the way. You learn the steps on the way. Every step you take will show you a different way. Like, it's exactly like when you're going up in a building, or when you're going up the ladder. Like, you take a step and then you will see better, so you can go higher. You will see better, so you can go higher. Sometimes you have to redirect or use a different way. That's okay. It's a detour. Okay, so failure is, I see it as steps for success. If I'm not willing to fail and learn from my mistake and redirect and adopt new ways, then I will never reach my goal. Okay, and my goal is not somebody else's goal, it's mine. So I have something on mine nobody else can see, so I can't ask them their opinion because I see something nobody else does see except myself. Okay, and when you learn to develop the skill and the muscle of taking decisions faster and knowing what you want, you're developing as well the muscle for being confident. Okay, so I think I have covered what I wanted to talk about with making decisions and be ready to fail. And failure is nothing to be scared of. It just steps and it shows courage. And like what you should do. Like, don't be scared of trying new things. And trying harder is never the answer. Trying smarter, it could be with way less effort, and it will take you faster. But you have to be full in and challenge yourself every single day and change habits every single day. And that's how you create the results that you want. Okay, I would love to thank you all who were attending with me. And sorry I didn't know some of the names, so I couldn't see you guys, like to acknowledge you in person. But I'm really grateful for that. Have an awesome day, and thank you for being with me. Bye bye.